From the very beginning, I see the perfect situation on KNC, daily lows, extremely good and very accurate level touch of price, multiple touches. So we are waiting for the activity. It should be very fun if the activity is quite well, it's quite high. So do you hear me well? Please give me some feedback, and we are waiting for some several minutes for others participants. At least this stream as usual will be recorded and you will be able to see it again. Few minutes more. If you are seeing some situations, interesting situations, especially for short breakouts, please share with us. Another interesting situations setups are GMT, C98, Yunfi, Atom, People, Audio. All the altcoins are following the BTC movement on the negative background, and we recommend watching only short setups that are prevailing now at the market. Okay, let's getting started. Let's getting started. So the plan of our today live broadcast is to find some situations that we will try to work out, and during this process I will answer your questions and we will talk about the strategy, namely breakouts. It will be good to clarify it. So first of all, let's watch what is happening with BTC after drastic downfall. Frankly speaking, the negative scenario that I was speaking about is now taking place. If you watched our previous streams, if you watched our educational streams, you are well informed that we were talking about a negative scenario based on the Federal Reserve System news and negative background. So negative fundamental factors are still valid on BTC, and we are waiting BTC to come lower to 14,000, as well as many altcoins. As soon as the course of monetary policy is tightening, the market remains bearish. So watch this setup on the BTC. I think the very next touch or several touch with some liquidity grabs will occur significant downfall, and we will see Bitcoin at 14, 16 at least. I'm sure. The question of time. Look at this even on daily graph. Look at this, how it looks. First of all, what we are seeing from the first side. the head and shoulders formation, negative scenario, negative fundamental factors, geopolitical tensions, and the question of time. I really recommend loading very carefully, loading short positions, because I'm almost sure that will be liquidity grabs, long shadows upwards to collect all the liquidity, to grab liquidity of shorters, to liquidate them, because this is how huge player is loading his positions. So that's why we should, if you really want to get profited from this situation on BTC, you should understand the nature of big players, the nature of how they are loading their positions, stopping you out many times. So that's why load with very small volumes and be patient. Okay. Now let's consider situations, some setups. The most brilliant that I consider, KNC, extremely good, multiple touches to the strong support level. So we are waiting for extremely high activity of sellers. I don't recommend to load in advance with high volume. I load very low volume, as I'm expecting the same situation, because it will be too simple. It will be too simple and easy if the price go down just right now. I'm sure that the big player won't let it be. So I'm waiting for look at these volumes. Look at these volumes. They are too high, but something holds the price from falling lower. So we should be aware. We should be ready that it will be a little dump, a lot of liquidation of those who stand here for shorts, liquidations on their stop losses, and their stop losses grab will be the loading of huge player for shorts. We should know that. Okay, when we are waiting, let's see some other situations. The same with GMT. Extremely good range where the most probable outcome will be shorts. I'm waiting for something like that. Here we will be entering short positions, so please place all this situation on your working space, and at least place the alerts on extremely important levels where we will be waiting for the breakout. For example, 0.59. Here we should watching the situation, taking breath, because anytime it could fall or drastically dump, as I said. So my stop loss is very short, very short. If I knocked out by stop loss, this situation will lost relevance, because in that case we will be waiting at the next cycle, something like that. Then you touch, and that will be liquidity grab. Maybe somewhere here I will be loading in advance with very small volumes. Here, something like that. And when the price comes to the breakout, I already will be in a good profit. It's very good strategy. C98. I think This situation doesn't require any comments. The same situation. Here we see multiple touches of the level. Historical lows will be very interesting. A lot of situations will show drastic downfall within coming week. Yunfi, very similar situation. I really like it. And now I will be making some short breaks to watch your comments. If you have some situations, please share with us. So please start sending targets too, and please mention after hitting target or stop loss. Usually we always, if you are talking about our English channel where we posting setups, I'm always stipulating all the targets. I stipulate it in price or in the percentage of movement where you should fix your positions. Well, thought next time you said it would rise higher and dip deeper, but you were right. Well, you can always DCA your way out. JP Morgan advises crypto rise, by the way. DCA? What do you mean? Ebo. JP Morgan advises crypto rise, by the way. Yes. The deeper we go, the more tasty prices we can buy out each instrument. You're doing great work, sir. Thank you so much. It's extremely important to hear such words. It motivates a lot. Can we see where you place and how you place multiple take profit? Yes, no problem. It depends. It usually depends on the situation. If I predict that, for example, the breakout will be very drastic, very significant, I usually prefer divide my volume, my working volume, for example, by 4 parts. If I enter 100 lots, for example, I usually place 4 limit orders, 4 take profits, 25 lots each. And if there is a drastic, if I really expect drastic breakout, I really prefer placing all these take profits on 1%, 1 and 5 for 1 and 8%, 2%, 2 and 5%, and finally the last part is open till the targets. That's how I usually place the orders. In other cases, when I see that the breakout is quite weak, I usually prefer watching and analyzing all that are happening within this space. I mean clusters, I mean trade history, and the order book itself. If the price faces some admirable resistance, for example, in clusters or in the form of limit orders, I usually fix 1/4 or 1/3 of the position, because this resistance could be buyout, or it could be the reason for the price rolls in. So it's up to your profit optimization. A dollar cost averaging, yes. Doubling up on your loss so you get a chance of getting out with profit. Yes, all this averaging are more relevant, only relevant for spot trading. never never uses this strategy on futures market, because probably you will be liquidated. So prepare yourself to fix losses. It's better to give the setup second chance to re-enter the market, to re-enter your position, rather than holding the loss till liquidation. It's the mistake of newcomers. That's how I got out of last drop a few days ago. Yeah. Just if we could get targets and few signals by you, it will motivate us more. Thank you. I will. I do my best. I will try to search better situations, but I really do my best. And all the setups I am giving to the channel are usually working out by myself. So let's look something else. Please share your situations, share your experience that you get this week. Did you manage to short BTC? Atom, really good situation. Look at this. Look at this price momentum. It's decreasing. The angle is increasing, and it's making something like a local triangle. So here I'm expecting one more touch, then in the new cycle, and this will be fake breakout, then many liquidations and stop losses of shorters, and then it will be breakout. Yes, sir, I really appreciate it, but like I'm working man, I just want to make some from trades, so I follow you. Thank you. Thank you. It really motivates. The situation, the setup from the very few long setups, but I really prefer looking for short setups as far as the market is bearish and the market background is bearish, so it's quite frightening to searching for long situations. Be careful. Audio. Don't forget to subscribe for our English channel. For example, this situation I took from this channel, and it really looks very, very good, because all the authors of the channel are professional traders with experience, and they are sharing their ideas. Horizontal line here. That's looks good. Look at this KNC. Now I will be stopped by a stop loss, and I will give this instrument the second chance. I will be waiting for the next cycle, and I will be loading much higher, somewhere here. I hope the structure won't be broken. I mean that the next lows will be lower than the previous after correction. Maybe it will be looking like that. So this loss minus $4 will be within my risk strategy, and this is my system I adhere to. You can take 4, 5, 7, 10 stop losses in a row, and your mission as a trader not to catch the tilt, not to catch the not to lose your emotional control, and you will be awarded for this, for your system, for adhering to your system. It always comes with the experience, with your screen time, and you can't force it. You should only suffer it out. How long do you plan ahead when you set positions? You do day trading also just a few hours. It depends on my schedule, so usually I prefer day trading, yes, and some situations I really like scalping. But as far as scalping is uh, the most risky strategy, I do my best to compensate all these risks with, for example, as I already mentioned, early loading. If I see the breakout setup, I really try to use early loading. I will talk about this later. And for example, I do not overweighting the situation when we are entering breakout. For example, it goes very weak. It doesn't show the realization, so I'm closing the position in within 20 seconds. So because it's becoming Russian roulette, casino, something like that. You will get used to do the same when you get enough experience, 1 to 3 years. Just never give up, and you won't be the first who is living on trading. Uh, what are your views on XRP? I think it will be really volatile. You can make good money, but risky. XRP, let's look. Let's try to predict. When the instrument has enough power to pump on the negative background of the market, it's quite it's quite good sign, but it could dump with the same force, with the same power. Because on the bearish market, it's usually very dangerous to dump, because all the crowd that are dumping the instrument, they are dumping due to insights or something, or some other information, or on some news, and you don't know where and when the critical mass of all this crowd will be fixing the position. You can have the great profit, and at the moment it will drastically dump, because the critical mass exit, the critical mass left this instrument and fixed all their positions, creating the dump power of sellers, and you not only close in zero, you are risking to bear great losses, because the stop loss could squeeze out, and you really can lose a lot. Okay, what's the activity now is quite weak, so we are waiting for some news for for tomorrow. Sorry, we are waiting for Powell words, what he will say, and I think it will add some activity to the market. Look at this. I do not remove, I do not move the stop loss. My stop loss is always uncompromised. If it's heated, it will be heated. So in that case, I will give this situation two other chances. And if these instruments let me down, I will miss it. I will close this tab and never mind. I will never open it again within 2 days. Not to lose emotional control. This is a strict rule. I need to go cooking for my kids. Will keep following you. Appreciate your videos. Thank you, Ebo. It really matters. Thank you. So while we are waiting, I suppose we can speak about some theoretical part. I would like to share some information, some useful information, and some tips, useful tips for breakout strategy, because breakout strategy is the most popular when you are scalping, when you are using order books and so on. So let's talk about this. While we are searching situations and we are waiting, let's discuss it. And I would like to discuss the core rules of taking breakout. I really feel that it's important to clarify this, as now many breakouts are working out very hard and prices always rolls in. How to trade it? First way is to open positions in advance with very small volumes, adding into the profit that you already have. It will keep you to hedge your risks, and at the moment of breakout, you already will have that. For example, in this situation, if at this point we're having the downfall of BTC, it means that these instruments will probably follow it. So at this point, we, for example, get enough confidence that there will be short breakout. So we can add with very small volumes here, 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 and here, just accumulating huge position. And by the way, when we will be here, when we are here, we will be we will have the great movement within profit already, and when the breakout occurs, it will give much more. So it's extremely important. It will help you to hedge your risks, and you will have a chance at least to close and fix your profit in case the breakout hardly realizes. And finally, in case you miss the opportunity to load in advance, for example, like this situation, if we turn on to 1 day time frame, for example, here we see that the price is too close. If we have such situation and we understand that there were too many touches, there are historical lows, that probably the breakout to be occurred. So we are loading in advance, adding small parts only into profit. So if we missed such opportunity, what to do? In case you miss such opportunity to load in advance, you should open positions only on high activity, only when the price is graphically breaking the level. But you should understand that the breakout is divided on psychological and technical. The technical is the one when we have strong and drastic impulse occurring on the stop losses execution that serves a fuel for our impulse. That the only breakout we should trade. The only breakout. I will show you. I'm usually showing this trade because it really looks good. Look at this. Sorry. Look at this. Multiple touches, and look how drastically it will be. Several seconds. Just several seconds. So I had a bad internet connection here. I failed to close at the best price, but at least $200 I managed to earn here. Several seconds, and that was the technical impulse, because this impulse was on the execution of stop orders, and then the crowd joined this movement. When the crowd joining this movement, all that crowd then fix drastically in a moment, and the next second the price is dumping back. That's how it looks. However, when we have something like that, extremely, just a moment, extremely slow, and like the breakout from this slope, very slow, not so drastic. It's about psychological breakout. So if there is no drastic impulse for more than, for example, 10 or 30 seconds, while the price is crossing the level, close it up or fix half, at least half. As in that case, we deal with psychological breakout. It's quite dangerous, as the price can roll in, get back, and stop your and bear your losses. There is lack of liquidity, lack of fuel for significant impulse, but it happens because many participants entering this setup, because they have expectations, they have strong expectations, and they form the critical mass that could really move the price, and they really move the price. But finally, next moment, most of them fix position due to the fear and uncertainty that they are having, especially on such a market, and the price rolls in. So remember this, and do not overweight the breakout. So don't wait the breakout that doesn't show significant impulse within few seconds, because it's like Russian roulette or casino. It really can bear your losses. Trade only technical breakouts. Sometimes many situation looks very good, and they are looking very like being close to breakout, and sometimes even if it's quite weak, it's going very hard and very slow. You can trade it, but with very small volumes. So, to conclude, we trade drastic impulses with high volume, but with very short stop loss. But when we are trading slow movements, psychological breakouts, we are trading with very slow, very small volume, and maybe higher, maybe wider stop losses. Don't forget about your questions, maybe some theoretical ones. And please share, what are you trading? What strategies do you prefer now at this market? Look at the people instrument. It's steadily growing. But I really wait when BTC really dumped to 14. What are your thoughts on open interest? Do you think it's useful when scalping? Open interest, what do you mean? You mean open stop loss or what? So the market is slowing down before tomorrow. Share your instruments. Maybe you see something good. Usually, when we are trading, most traders are watching, are searching for something like that. If we are bearish market, we searching something like that to catch such an impulse. But catching such an impulse, it's quite ideal situation, because many times we have something like that with many shadows here. Every time people are rushed to short from this side, waiting for the breakout occur here. They are wrong and they are liquidating here, uh, helping the huge player to load position. That's why the only participant from the among those small capitals, small participants who can really earn on trading in crypto, are those who can find this situation and who understand that big players are always manipulating, because the market of cryptocurrency is really highly manipulated. Or when we are trading longs, we are watching the mirrored stations, something like that. Or trading slopes, also quite good. Many touches. And finally, we have the breakout, grabbing liquidity that was accumulated here. So slow and boring. Please pay attention to C98. It is coming to historical low. The first touch, second touch, third touch, and we are waiting for really drastic and admirable downfall. For example, on one day, it's it really good. It really looks to work out long short, very good short, at least to 0.3 as a round price. What sells? What else do we hear? This range really looks like the place where big players are loading positions. It's quite long. It takes from August 19 till now. Every time we have really strong and long significant range, it usually works out very well. KNC is the primary situation that I would like to work out. Usually the more touches we have to the level, the more participants are changing their mind from the pullbacks to breakout. For example, after the second touch, 90% of participants, it's just a psychology, they are waiting for the pullback. They are working out this pullback. After the next touch, 60% really believe into pullback. Then after that, everyone is waiting for the breakout, because the more we touch the level, the stronger this level, and simultaneously the higher the probability of the breakout. Because this level is not losing its power. The market is gaining power. Those who were working out the pullbacks from these points, they are changing their mind and they are ready to test it again and finally break it. The more touches we have, the more probability we have that the drastic impulse occur when the next touch occur. Watch at the clusters here. We have clusters above the price that show the resistance. The resistance that doesn't allow the price go higher. So don't forget to subscribe for our channel, where the authors, professional authors, publish the ideas. It's usually really important to always have something like screener or the source where you can grab some ideas, because it's quite exhausting to begin your trading session with exhausting searching for different situations. So such groups, such communities can help you, can assist you in this process. But many of them are of low quality, so I don't recommend subscribing for a lot of channels, because most of people are amateurs. They are not professionals. So be aware. Be aware and be careful. Don't forget to ask me some questions. And every time you are waiting for some situations, please watch this part of the audiobook when we are waiting for breakout, when, for example, the price is decreasing the power right before the level. the next moment it will show the drastic impulse, and we can this part is like an indicator for us. Let's watch Gala 1 hour time frame. Please search for the situations as well, because there are a lot of different situations in the market. I really hope that this instrument will show this movement within the following several hours. And as usual, it will be extremely unexpected. That's why I really prefer, for example, placing limit orders for fixation, for fixing 1.1 as a round. And this will be the first stage, the first place where I fix my first part of my position, gradually and partially fixing. The activity is quite low now, but when we are watching this section, we are paying attention on increasing of the speed and the size of this tick's appearance. Watch it carefully and try to practice more before every time before the breakout. Please watch this. It usually it even can lead to some lags of your computer and or the order book. It is the first and very good sign of the upcoming breakout. The BTC is activating as I see. Let's watch the BTC. It's quite active. Look at this. The BTC is always active. The speed of tick's appearance here is always high. Let's watch lower time frame. The 1 hour time frame looks really good. And I'm almost sure if, for example, we are looking in the spot, if this limit order is not manipulative one, I think we will get the impulse after execution of this limit order. have some problems with internet connection. Do you hear me well? I had some problems with my internet. Okay, great. I mean that open interest is the number of participants who have not closed their positions. I am not fluent in English, sorry. Uh, all the scalping is based on the mechanics of liquidity, and the price is going wherever liquidity is situated. So, for example, when a lot of participants are placing a lot of stop losses in a certain zone, this zone will be shifted with the price. It will be hit with the price to collect all this stop loss. The manipulators and the big players do everything that they can to open the road for price to that zone, to place all these stop losses. That's why you should thinking outbox, not to get to a trap of big players. So we have 2 minutes left. So please share your opinions, share your expectations on the next stream, and maybe your ideas. What topics of video you would like to have next time? Maybe some theoretical questions. And I really recommend to watch after all these instruments, especially KNC and especially BTC, waiting for 18,000 breakout, 18,200 and then 18. There will be new downfall. And maybe it will be the last very drastic and significant downfall. I hope so. Okay, if you have not any questions, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your questions and activity. I wish you stay in profit and nice day. See you next time.